Namaste and Jojolapa. The voice you are listening right now is the presentation of Anak Media for Nepal Bhasha Academy, Newa FM 106.6 MHz radio. I am Khemnath Sitaula, an English teacher and the head teacher of Adinath Secondary School, Chobar, Kirtipur. Today, I am speaking on this radio education program conducted by Kirtipur Municipality. I am here to facilitate the teaching and learning of Class 10 English. This program is broadcast every Monday at 8:30 a.m. I will be together with you for about 30 minutes. Dear students, last Monday we finished Unit 3 and today's turn is Unit 4, which is on page number 34 in your book. Page number 34. So please open your book. Please open your book on page number 34. And here you can see some pictures, especially 4 pictures related to the lesson, and there is one more warm-up exercise before we begin the lesson, and number B, study time. And now we are going to learn a memoir of my visit to France. The title of the essay is Memoirs of My Visit to France. And the writer of this memoir or essay is Professor Dr. Govindaraj Bhattarai. Professor Dr. Govindaraj Bhattarai was the professor of Tribhuvan University, Kirtipur. And he had visited France for his academic report, and during his visit in France, he visited many places of France and he recorded his experiences. So his personal experiences, recorded experiences, his reminiscence is described in the lesson. So in the beginning, there you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, some warm-up question, and the answers you can provide, you can give from scanning the lesson. So question number 1, as you see, names of the plants mentioned in the memoirs. So without reading the text or the memoirs, we cannot answer this. Names of the museums the author visited. Number 3, names of the places the author visited in France. Number 4, Lansing Bangdel's literary works. So you have to write some correct answers here. So I will help you before starting the lesson. So names of the plants mentioned in the memoirs are, name of the plants are FIR for PINE pine, WALNUT walnut, JUNIPER juniper, and YEWU. Let me repeat again. Names of the plants mentioned in the text are for pine, walnut, juniper, and yew, 5 plants. And number 2, name names of the museums the author visited. The author has visited many museums in France, and the major museums were two. They are Rodin apostrophe S, Rodins, and Monet apostrophe S, Monets. Rodin Museum and Monet Museum. Number 3, names of the places the author visited in France. Names of the places. Some places are number 3, metro station, museums, Pompidou Center. Number 4, Lion Singh Bangdel's literary works. He had many literary works, and his major literary works have been mentioned in the text are Muluk Bahira Ma. Second one, Spain ko Samjanama. And third one, Rome ko kaada ra Paris ko phul. So we completed the first exercise, warm-up exercise number B. Once again, answers. Names of the plants, 5 plants: fir, pine, walnut, juniper, yew. Names of the museums the author visited: Rodin's and Monet's. Names of the places he visited: metro station, museums, Pompidou Center. Number 4, Lion Singh Bangdel's literary works are Muluk Bahira Ma, Spain ko Samjanama, Rome ko kaada ra Paris ko phul. Dear students, this is a long lesson because this is a memoir, and in the book also you can see on page number 35, 36, 37, 3 pages long essay or memoir, and many difficult words, complex words are also here, so you have to learn these new vocabs as well through this text. And now see the title of the essay or memoirs, MEMOIRS, memoirs. Memoirs is the recorded experiences, personal experiences, or this is a kind of autobiography of my visit to France. And who is saying this my visit? And the person is, the author is, the writer is Professor Dr. Govindaraj Bhattrai. Now let's begin the text, and I will help you to describe or to explain some meanings or the sentences wherever you feel difficulty. The lesson starts like this. This morning, the city of Paris looks slightly fuming. And this morning is the writers visiting France on that particular date. The city of Paris, as you see, name of the country France, and the capital city Paris. So the city of Paris looks slightly fuming, and slightly, not heavily, a little bit. And fuming is filled with steam or filled with vapor. This means that the weather that morning was not very clear. The sky is overcast. The sky is overcast means people can't see the blue sky. This means the sky is covered with cloud. So the sky is overcast means the sky looks cloudy. And it is drizzling too. And drizzling, the word is related to weather condition, and drizzling is light rainfall. So it is drizzling too. So not heavy rainfall, but a small rainfall, light rainfall is taking place. But it does no harm to me. It does no harm to me means this weather, this sort of weather does not harm the writer. Means he can reach his target or destination and the weather cannot prevent him. I have decided to go out for a visit or an observation tour. So he has already decided to go out from his residential area for a visit or an observation tour or excursion tour. I had asked Nirmal Bhai for a list of museums in the vicinity of Paris yesterday. Here the writer talks about one Nepali name, Nirmal Bhai, and by relation it is the writer's Bhai, and this shows that the person Nirmal is already living in Paris and he knows a lot of things about Paris. So Nirmal Bhai will help Mr. Govindaraj Bhattrai, the writer, for visit of different places and museums in the vicinity means in the surrounding area or surrounding area of Paris yesterday, because he had asked, so what are the important places to visit? Give me the names of museum and important places and I will follow you. He might have asked. So he brought me some brochures with the names and addresses and street maps of Paris museums in the evening. This shows that Nirmal Bhai really helped the author or writer because he brought some brochures, pamphlets with the names and the addresses and the street maps of Paris museums in the evening means yesterday evening. Now the writer has got some brochures and names and address, and he has also got street map of Paris city and the important museums around Paris, within and around Paris. Paris has more museums than temples and gods in Kathmandu. So, dear students, you know that Kathmandu is the city of temples. People also say this, Kathmandu is the city of temples. This means there are lots and lots of temples in Kathmandu city. And many temples are in Kathmandu. Similarly, more museums than temples and gods in Kathmandu. It shows that the number of gods and temples in Kathmandu is less than the number of museums in Paris. It shows that Paris is full of museums. So there are lots and lots of innumerable museums in the city of Paris. I am new to Paris. I am new to Paris means the writer says because it was his first visit, so he is new to Paris, staying here for only 1 week. And the duration for his stay in the city of Paris is just 1 week. Maybe his visa says so. And hope these maps and brochures will show me Paris metro zones. Paris metro zones, like our metropolitan cities, Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Paris metro zones, and guide me some museums today. Last week, Nirmal Bhai showed me Pompidou Center. And last week, according to the writer, Nirmal Bhai had helped him to show one center, and the name of the center is Pompidou Center. And Pompidou Center is a very complex building of high-tech structures. And in the sense of high-tech structures, the complex building is very, very large, spacious, and it is made or it was built with high technology. And large building with high technology and several kinds of services are provided from here. So Mr. Bhattrai, the author, had visited this Pompidou Center with the help of Nirmal Bhai. This visit has emboldened me to explore further. And emboldened, EMBOLDENED, emboldened me means this visit has emboldened me means gave me strength, gave me power to explore, to search some more places further. I guess I can cover a maximum of 2 museums today. This is writer's expectation. I guess, I think, I can cover a maximum of 2 museums today. And one day, 2 museums, visit of 2 museums is possible. It means just giving a cursory glance. Cursory glance means very hasty glance, not in details, just looking and going ahead, not in detail. This is my plan. They say Cézanne is quite far away. CEZANNE, Cézanne is quite far away. And this is also, dear students, Cézanne is also name of the museum. And this museum, Cézanne, is after the name of Paul Cézanne. And Paul Cézanne was the great artist of France. And he was known as post-impressionist painter or artist. So, the writer wants to visit Museum Cézanne, but it is quite far away from his place. Paul Cézanne, the most impressionist painter, may be in the outskirts or outside area of the city and very far. I cannot visit him all alone. I cannot visit him all alone means without the help of anyone, he can't go to that place, and cannot cover 2 museums in a day. So I chose to visit a museum nearby in the heart of the city. In the heart of the city means in the downtown area of the Paris metro zone. And This is because of time. He cannot go very far, and his target is to visit 2 museums in a day. Likewise, BRAQUE, BRAQ. First museum we talked about Cezanne, and after the name, the artist or painter Paul Cezanne. And the second museum mentioned here is BRAQUE, BRAQ, is far. Cezanne is quite far, and BRAQ is also far. And the third museum he talks about is Duchamp. And Duchamp is farther away. It is still farther or farther from his living place. So, I have decided, the writer says, Gobindaraj Bhattrai says, I have decided as per Nirmal's suggestion to start with Rodin's. So the fourth museum name Rodin's, and following Nirmal Bhai's suggestion, he wants to visit Rodin's museum. And maybe I will go to Monet's next. If he has some more time left after visiting Museum Rodin, then he will go to visit another museum, that is Monet's. So the first museum he wants to go to Rodin's. So some names of the museums talked in this paragraph: Cezanne Museum after the name of Paul Cezanne, and second museum BRAQ, and third museum Duchamp, and the fourth museum Rodin's, and the fifth one is Monet's. And finally he has decided to go to the Rodin's museum first. People know I am neither a painter nor a sculptor nor a connoisseur of art or a professional. But then the world knows that my interest in the lives of great artists and their lasting works is growing deeper. Dear students, let's see here. People know I am never a painter. The writer is saying the writer is not a painter. Simply, you can understand, the writer is Mr. Gobindaraj Bhattrai is not a painter. He is not a sculptor, and a sculptor is also an artist and who carves the stone, wood, and makes different kinds of figures, like the figures of our gods and goddesses we can see in the temples, sculpture. So Mr. Bhattrai is neither a painter nor a sculptor. And one thing more, he is not a connoisseur of art. First time you can see a very difficult word here. So underline, dear students, CONNOISSEUR. And the correct pronunciation of this word is connoisseur. Connoisseur of art. And connoisseur is an expert. Connoisseur is a talented person in a field. So the writer is a professor. The writer is a teacher. And he is not a painter. He is not a sculptor. And he is not an expert of art. And he is just a amateur, 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 or having a lot of interest and enthusiasm in the study of art. He is not a professional artist. But then The world knows that my interest in the lives of great artists and their lasting works is growing deeper. This shows that the writer or the author, Mr. Govindaraj Bhattrai, is very, very willing, very, very interested to learn about art. So we can say Mr. Bhattrai or the author is just the learner. He has interest to learn about art, but he is not a painter, he is not a sculptor, he is not a connoisseur, he is not a professional, just an amateur learner. So, wherever I go, I prefer to visit art museums first of all. This means the writer has already visited many countries in the world, and wherever he reached, wherever he went, and during his stay time, he visited museums first before going to any other artificials or other natural places. He visited museums, and he says his experience in Russia, Russia, not Russia, this is Russia, in Russia, in Greece, in England, in America. So this means these are the names of the countries the writer had already visited before his France visit. So he had already visited Russia, Greece, England, and America. In those countries also, Russia, Greece, England, and America, he visited the art museums, and I did so. I move merely a dilettante. Students, be cautious here again. dilettante, dilettante. So this is again a new word for you, like connoisseur, expert, talent, and here dilettante. I move merely a dilettante, however. So having a lot of interest and enthusiasm to learn something, dilettante. However, with the deep sense of awe means fear, surprise, and reverence is respect. I have no words to express how I felt upon seeing Mona Lisa in Louvre, 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 yesterday. Seeing Mona Lisa, another painting, Mona Lisa, in Louvre yesterday. I must say why my interest in this is growing gradually in this way. The writer is also surprised why his interest is going deeper and deeper in especially arts. 2 decades ago, I was interested in academy project titled Introduction to the Literary Trends and Movements, in which I had to present a glimpse of literary trends and movements of the world. Most literary movements developed from the Western movements of art and philosophy. They are entrenched firmly. Therefore, I studied and wrote briefly on a new trends of art such as Impressionism, Expressionism, Symbolism, Cubism, Dadaism, Surrealism, and their relationships with literature. I had used secondary sources to write about them. Later on, I visited the Modern Tate of London to write on postmodernism. Dear students, our assigned time is almost over. Thank you for your participation and pessimistic, not being pessimistic, being optimistic and learning new thing from this FM program. So I will visit you next Monday. Thank you very much.